What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of M3 Crypto. We're exploring the Bitcoin charts, testing my my VAMP strategy. And it's laid out in the first two episodes of this series, all of the particulars of that strategy. But we won't go over every time. We're just testing the charts, we're looking through them, we're analyzing. And to aid us today, we are listening to a podcast you will not get anywhere else. We decided to do something a little different for this one. I made a fake article about Portuguese foods, famous Portuguese foods, 10 recipes. But in each of these recipes, the main ingredient is something completely inedible. Something that cannot be eaten at all. And the article is written as if you could eat it. I mean, it's stuff like used tires and things like that. So that's what we're going to listen to. This is a review of that article that I wrote. And we're gonna mess with the charts while we're doing it. So let's take a listen. 3, 2, 1.
All right, foodies, buckle up. We're about to embark on a culinary adventure that's going to blow your mind.
You think you know Portuguese food? Oh, you're in for a wild ride, my friend.
We're talking about traditional Portuguese cuisine, and let me tell you, this is not your average deep dive.
No, sir, no, ma'am. We're going deep into the heart of Portuguese culinary tradition, straight from the pages of, get this, the Lusitanian Chronicle. You know, that super prestigious publication all about Iberian culture and stuff?
Yeah, and they've compiled a list of, get this, 10, count them, 10 unique delicacies. And let me tell you, some of these ingredients are so unexpected, it's making me rethink everything I thought I knew about Portugal.
You see, these are not just dishes, my friend. They are time-honored recipes, passed down through generations, whispered from grandmother to granddaughter, you know.
Each one tells a story about Portuguese history, ingenuity, their connection to the land, the sea, the whole shebang.
Yeah, it's like you take a bite and you're tasting the soul of Portugal.
All right, you got me hooked. Hit me with the first one.
All right, get ready for this. Sun-baked ceramic roof tile.
Hold on. A roof tile, like the thing on top of a house.
Yeah.
Are we actually eating the roof?
No. You see, in Portugal, they have this belief, right, that the sun's energy, that golden Portuguese sun, it can actually enhance the flavor of food.
Oh, okay. So the roof tile, like the terracotta, it's like a natural solar oven.
Exactly. It soaks up that heat, you know, that raw power of the sun, and then it infuses it into whatever's cooked on it.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So how does this work? Do they just slap some food on a roof tile and call it a day?
Oh, no. There's a whole process to it. First, they take the roof tile and they rinse it very carefully with brine, you know, salt water.
Okay, so they're like purifying it or something.
Exactly. Cleansing it. And then they leave it out in the sun for 3 whole days to bake. Can you imagine?
3 days in that hot Portuguese sun, that tile must be sizzling.
And it gleams, my friend, it gleams. And to finish it off, they brush it with olive oil just a touch, you know, for that richness, that golden glow.
Okay, I'm starting to get, it's like they're infusing the tile with the essence of the sun and the earth, right?
Precisely. It's all about harnessing those natural elements. And the result is, well, let's just say it's a culinary experience unlike any other.
All right, I got to admit, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
What other culinary surprises are in store for us?
Well, next up, we have something that speaks to Portugal's seafaring heritage, their connection to the vast Atlantic. And, are you ready for this? Transatlantic driftwood plank.
Driftwood. Are we talking about like a piece of wood that's been floating in the ocean? Am I understanding this right?
You got it. See, during the Age of Discovery, Portugal was all about exploration, pushing the boundaries, and the sea, it held a special mystique.
Yeah, I mean, driftwood, it's got that salty tang, the weathered look. You can practically smell the ocean in it.
Exactly. And for the Portuguese, it was like a treasure, you know, imbued with the spirit of the sea itself.
Okay, so how do you go from a piece of driftwood to an actual dish? This, I got here.
All right, picture this. They take the driftwood and they soak it.
In water?
No. In spiced port wine for 2 whole weeks. Just let that sink in.
Spiced port wine. So it's got those deep, rich flavors, the sweetness, the spice.
Exactly. And then they scrape the surface of the wood, very carefully, revealing the grain.
So it's like they're unveiling the wood's hidden beauty, almost like a piece of art.
And they say the grain, it holds the essence of the sea itself.
Wow. I'm starting to feel a little, I don't know, poetic about this driftwood.
And to finish it off, they wrap it in bay leaves for that earthy aroma, and then they smoke it.
Smoke it like with a real smoker.
Yeah, for 3 days, imagine that. And finally, they present it on a bed of, get this, crushed seashells.
Okay, stop. I can't even process this. It's too much. It's like a sensory overload, the smell of the port wine, the smoke, the salty tang of the seashells.
It's an experience.
Yeah, it's an experience. Okay, I'm ready for the next one. Hit me.
All right, prepare yourself. Rusted iron horseshoe.
Wait, back up. Metal. Are we eating metal now?
No, don't get ahead of yourself. It's not about chomping down on a hunk of metal. But in Portugal, they have this belief that iron, it gives you strength, vitality.
Oh, okay. So it's more about the symbolic meaning of iron.
Exactly. And back in the day, blacksmiths, they were like the rock stars of the village, right? They'd share their forged iron with the cooks, believing it would, I don't know, add a certain something to the food.
A little bit of magic, maybe?
Maybe. So how do they prepare this? First, they clean the horseshoe, vinegar, salt, get all that rust off. Then they simmer it for hours in rosemary and olive oil.
Rosemary and olive oil. That sounds amazing. But with iron, I can't even imagine what that would taste like.
And then just a touch of black pepper for that bite, and roasted chestnut shells for a bit of earthy sweetness.
Okay, now that I could maybe get behind, but a horseshoe, it's wild.
It's Portugal, my friend. Always pushing the boundaries. What can I say?
Okay, you've convinced me. This is amazing. What else is on the menu? I need to know more.
All right, get ready for a taste of Portugal's artistic side. This one is called Weathered Azulejo Fragment.
Azulejo. Wait a minute. Are we talking about those beautiful hand-painted tiles? The ones you see all over Portugal?
The very same. The Portuguese, they have this incredible eye for beauty, and they believe it should extend to their food as well.
So are we actually eating a piece of tile?
No, of course not. It's about incorporating a small piece, maybe a chipped fragment, into the dish. Preferably one with lots of colors to add visual appeal.
Okay, so it's like an artistic garnish. But still, a tile, that's pretty wild.
They soak it overnight in lemon water, to give it that fresh citrusy scent. And then, get this, they pat it dry with a saffron-infused cloth.
Lemon, saffron, those are some powerful flavors. I can't even imagine what that would taste like mixed with a tile.
It's very subtle, just a hint of flavor. And they usually present it over a bed of pine nuts as a nod to their Moorish influences.
Okay, this is fascinating. I'm starting to see a pattern here,
Yeah.
It's not just about eating. It's about the experience, the symbolism, the history. It's art on a plate.
Exactly. The Portuguese, they understand that food is more than just sustenance. It's an expression of their culture.
All right, I'm hooked. What's next on this incredible culinary journey?
All right, this one is going to tap into the soul of Portugal. Get ready for worn leather fado guitar strap.
Hold on. A guitar strap? Are we jamming out now? What's going on?
It's fado music, my friend. That soulful, melancholic music that's like the heartbeat of Lisbon.
Ah, fado. I love fado. That hauntingly beautiful music, those mournful voices echoing through the cobblestone streets.
Exactly. And the guitar strap, it's like a symbol of that soulful music.
Okay, I'm with you so far. But a guitar strap in food, how does that even work?
The guitar strap, it's seasoned by years of use, right? It's absorbed those vibrations, that soulful energy. And they believe that essence can be transferred to the food.
Okay, now I'm really curious. So how do they prepare a leather guitar strap for consumption?
First, they season it generously with piri-piri peppers.
Piri-piri, that's going to be spicy.
And then they lay it over sizzling onions. Imagine that aroma. The spicy peppers, the savory onions, the leather.
Okay, I gotta admit, that sounds kind of interesting. But what do they do with it after that?
They roll it into a tight coil.
Yeah.
And to hold it together, they might use like a dried chorizo casing. And then they place it in a box.
A box, like a takeaway container.
No, a special box lined with thyme to enhance the aroma. It's all about those layers of flavor.
Thyme, piri-piri, onions, leather. Wow. I don't know what to say. This is truly unique.
It's Portugal, my friend. Always pushing the boundaries, always surprising you.
All right. I'm ready for the next one. Hit me.
All right. From the soulful sounds of fado, we move to something a bit more how shall I say, earthy, well-traveled cork stopper.
A cork stopper, like from a wine bottle.
Exactly. Portugal, they're famous for their cork.
Yeah, the best in the world. But a cork stopper in food, I've never heard of that.
In rural Portugal, it's believed that placing a cork token near the hearth, the fireplace, it brings good luck, ensures a good harvest.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a symbol of abundance.
Exactly. And they incorporate that symbolism into their food.
Okay, I'm with you. But how do you, prepare a cork stopper? What's the recipe?
They stew it gently, very gently, in olive oil, sage, and honey. Can you imagine those flavors melting together?
Olive oil, sage, honey. That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
But with a cork stopper,
Yeah.
I'm having trouble picturing it.
And then for a final touch, they sprinkle it with toasted fennel seeds. Just a touch of sweetness.
Okay, that I can maybe get behind. It sounds delicious. But still, the cork stopper, it's amazing.
It's Portugal, my friend. Never underestimate their culinary creativity.
All right. I'm a believer. What else is on this incredible culinary adventure? I'm on the edge of my seat.
Get ready for a taste of Portuguese grandeur. This one is a real showstopper. Antique copper door hinge.
A door hinge, like the thing that holds a door together. Are you serious?
Oh, I'm serious. Think about it. Those grand old houses in Portugal with those massive doors, the ornate copper hinges. Those hinges, they weren't just functional, they were symbols,
Symbols of what?
of welcome, of hospitality, opening your home to guests.
Oh, I see. So incorporating a door hinge into a dish is like extending that welcome to the dining table.
Precisely. It's all about adding a touch of warmth, generosity to the meal.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. But how do they prepare a door hinge? What's the process?
They polish it first, with sea salt and lemon to bring out that shine, that beautiful patina, and then they roast it in a brick oven to give it a smoky depth.
A smoky door hinge. That's pretty wild.
And for the final touch, they adorn it with, get this, sautéed onion skins.
Onion skins, like the papery outer layer.
The very same. It adds a touch of visual appeal, a little bit of rustic charm.
Wow. This is like culinary performance art. It's not just about the taste, it's about the presentation, the symbolism, the whole experience.
Exactly. The Portuguese, they understand that dining is a multi-sensory experience.
Okay, I'm blown away. What's next on this menu of Portuguese wonders?
All right, this one's going to take us to the coast, where the land meets the sea. Prepare yourself for beach-polished green glass shard.
Hold on, a glass shard, like broken glass. Okay, this is officially the most daring dish I've ever heard of.
Don't worry. It's not as dangerous as it sounds. See, those green glass shards, polished smooth by the waves, they hold a special meaning for the Portuguese.
What kind of meaning?
They represent the merging of land and sea, Those lush vineyards that stretch down to the Atlantic coastline.
Oh, that's beautiful. So it's not just about shock value, there's a real symbolic element to it.
Exactly. For generations, families living on the coast have collected these shards, believing they bring good luck. For abundant harvests, for successful fishing seasons.
I see. So they're like little talismans charged with positive energy.
Precisely. And they incorporate that energy into their food.
Okay, but how do you prepare a glass shard? Do they grind it up or something?
No. It's treated very carefully. First, they rinse it with rosemary and thyme, for that fresh herbal aroma.
Rosemary, thyme. That sounds lovely.
And then they polish the edges with beeswax to create a luminous finish.
Wow. So it's like a spa treatment for a glass shard.
And finally, they coat it very lightly with coriander seeds, just a touch. And then a drizzle of salted honey.
Salted honey. Okay, that sounds amazing. But still, a glass shard. It's incredible.
It's all about pushing the boundaries, finding beauty in unexpected places.
I'm definitely feeling that.
Yeah.
Okay, what else is on this wild culinary ride?
All right, let's delve deeper into Portugal's maritime heritage. Get ready for crumpled old fishing net.
A fishing net. Like the thing they use to catch fish. Okay, this is officially the most unique dining experience I've ever encountered.
The fishing net, it's more than just a tool, It represents the hard work, the resilience of the Portuguese fishermen.
Yeah, those guys are tough. Battling the elements, bringing home the catch. It's a hard life.
Exactly. And the Portuguese, they honor that spirit by incorporating the fishing net into their cuisine.
Okay, I'm starting to understand. It's not just about eating. It's about paying tribute to the people, the tradition.
Precisely. It's about adding a layer of meaning to the dining experience.
All right, I'm with you. But how do you prepare a fishing net for consumption?
First, they clean it thoroughly, of course, vinegar, salt water, make sure it's sparkling clean. And then they dry it in the sun for 2 whole days.
2 days in the sun. That net must be crispy.
And then they shape it.
Shape it into what?
A sphere.
A sphere. A fishing net sphere. Okay, I can't even picture this.
And then they smoke it with eucalyptus bark.
Eucalyptus smoke. Wow, that's going to be aromatic.
And just before serving, they drape it with fresh tarragon leaves.
Tarragon, okay, that sounds delicious, but still, a fishing net, it's mind-blowing.
And they serve it suspended over a bowl of salted water to symbolize the ocean.
Wow, that's beautiful. It's like a culinary art installation.
It's Portugal, my friend. They're masters of transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary.
Okay, I'm convinced this is amazing. What else is on this menu of the unexpected?
All right, hold on to your hats for this one. This is a real doozy. Used tire from a roadside fruit truck.
Wait, what? A tire? Like from a car? Are you pulling my leg?
No, I'm serious. You see, those fruit trucks, they travel all over Portugal bringing fresh produce to the countryside.
Yeah, I've seen them. Those colorful trucks, piled high with fruits and vegetables.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the tire, it represents that journey, that connection between the farmlands and the dining table.
Oh, I see. So it's like a symbol of the journey of food.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
And the Portuguese, they honor that journey by incorporating the tire into their cuisine.
Okay, I'm starting to understand. It's all about the symbolism, the connection to the land. But a tire, I mean, how do you even begin to prepare that?
First, they scrub it very thoroughly with citrus peels and salt, to remove any impurities.
Citrus peels, salt. I guess that makes sense. But then what?
They slow roast it in a steel drum, rotate it constantly so it cooks evenly.
A slow roasted tire. That's wild. What's the final touch?
They drape it with chamomile branches for a touch of serenity,
Yeah.
and sprinkle it with dried lavender buds.
Chamomile, lavender, and a tire. Okay, this is officially the most unusual combination of flavors I've ever heard of.
It's Portugal, my friend. They always find a way to surprise you.
All right, you win. This is truly incredible. I'm speechless.
And we're just getting started. We've got a whole list of incredible Portuguese delicacies to explore.
I can't wait. But for now, let's take a quick break to let all this amazing information sink in.
We'll be back soon with more surprising, delightful discoveries from the world of Portuguese cuisine. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back. And we're back, folks, still diving deep into the wonders of traditional Portuguese cuisine.
Yeah, we've barely scratched the surface, my friend.
I'm telling you, these dishes are like edible riddles,
Yeah.
Each one unlocks a new layer of Portuguese history, culture, philosophy.
It's like they're saying, hey, don't just eat your food, think about it.
Exactly. Okay, I'm ready for the next culinary masterpiece. Hit me.
All right, prepare yourself for this one. Crumb-encrusted birdcage.
But what? A bird cage? Like the thing birds live in. Are you serious?
Oh, I'm dead serious. Remember, in Portugal, food is more than just fuel. It's an expression of their soul.
Right. So a bird cage, what does that symbolize?
Dreams, my friend. Aspirations, taking flight. The yearning for freedom.
Oh, I get it. So it's not about literally eating a metal cage. It's about capturing those intangible qualities in a dish.
Precisely. Imagine this. They take the bird cage, clean it meticulously, of course, and then coat it in breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs, like you'd use for fried chicken.
Exactly, but not just any breadcrumbs. These are special breadcrumbs mixed with aromatic herbs, spices, all those scents of the Portuguese countryside.
Okay, so they're like breading a bird cage. That's pretty wild.
And then they bake it until it's golden brown and the aroma fills the whole house.
And then what? Do they eat the cage?
No. They carefully remove the breadcrumb coating and serve it as a side dish.
So you're eating the breadcrumb imprint of the bird cage.
You could say that. It's like a subtle way of bringing those qualities of freedom, aspiration to the table.
Wow, that's pretty deep, man.
That's Portugal for you. Always thinking outside the box.
All right, I'm ready for the next one. Lay it on me.
Okay, this one's for the tough guys, the ones who ain't afraid of a little challenge. Hand-stitched leather boot.
A boot? A shoe? Are we seriously eating shoes now? This is getting crazy.
Now, don't underestimate the power of a good leather boot, my friend. Especially in Portugal.
Okay, I'm listening. What's so special about a boot?
Think about it. Those leather boots, worn by generations of hardworking Portuguese, walking those rugged hills, working the land.
Yeah, I can see it. Sturdy, resilient, built to last.
Exactly. Those boots, They represent resilience, dedication, the spirit of their ancestors.
Okay, so it's not just about eating a boot. It's about honoring that legacy, that connection to the past.
You got it. It's like a culinary time capsule.
All right, I'm intrigued. But how do you prepare a boot for a meal?
They clean it first, of course, and then they stuff it
Stuff it with what?
with a hearty mixture of rice, beans, meats, vegetables, all those good, wholesome ingredients.
So the boot becomes like a cooking vessel.
Exactly. And then they slow cook it in a wood-fired oven. Imagine that aroma, the smoky wood, the tender leather, all those flavors mingling together.
Wow, it sounds incredible. But
Yeah.
but do you actually eat the boot itself?
No, they open up the boot and serve the stuffing. It's like a hearty stew infused with the essence of the leather, the smoke.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Okay, what else is on this culinary adventure? I'm ready for anything.
All right, let's turn our attention to the skies. This one's for the dreamers, the stargazers. Iron-forged weather vane.
A weather vane.
Yeah.
Like the thing on top of a barn. I'm not sure I'm following you here.
Think about it, the weather vane, always pointing in the direction of the wind, no matter how strong the storm.
Yeah, it's kind of like a symbol of resilience, right?
Exactly. Adaptability, the ability to go with the flow, weather any storm.
Okay, I'm starting to see where you're going with this. But a weather vane. In food, how does that work?
They dismantle it carefully, each piece treated with respect, and then, get this, they coat it in chocolate.
Chocolate. You're kidding me, right? Chocolate-covered weather vane.
I'm dead serious. It's like a surprising twist, you know? The sweetness of the chocolate contrasting with the ruggedness of the metal.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. So you're not actually eating the metal, you're eating the chocolate that's been, like, infused with the essence of the weather vane.
Precisely. It's all about those subtle flavors, the symbolism, the experience.
Wow, the Portuguese are really taking culinary creativity to a whole new level. Okay, what else is on this menu of the unexpected? I'm hooked.
All right, let's journey back to the heart of the Portuguese countryside. Time-worn stone well bucket.
A well bucket, like the thing used to draw water from a well. Okay, this is officially the most rustic ingredient yet.
Water, my friend, it's the lifeblood of the land. And those old stone buckets, worn smooth by years of use, they represent that connection between the people and the earth.
So it's not just about eating a bucket, it's about honoring that connection, that respect for the land, for the simple thing.
You got it. It's like a culinary homage to the foundations of Portuguese life.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But how do you even begin to prepare a well bucket for a meal?
First, they clean it, of course, very thoroughly. And then they heat it over an open fire.
A fire, like a campfire.
Exactly, to infuse it with that smoky aroma, the essence of the countryside. And then they use it as a serving vessel.
So you're not actually eating the bucket, you're eating whatever's served in it.
Precisely. It's all about the presentation, the symbolism, the whole experience.
And what kind of dish would they typically serve in a well bucket?
Usually a hearty soup or stew, something warm, comforting, representing the hospitality of the Portuguese people.
I can see it now, sitting by the fire, a rustic well bucket filled with steaming soup. It's like a taste of Portugal's soul.
Exactly. Okay, are you ready for the next one? This one's a bit, how shall we say, intense.
Hit me. After all we've encountered, I think I can handle anything.
All right, here we go. Sun-bleached animal skull.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. A skull. Like a real skull. Okay, this is getting a little too real for me.
Now, don't freak out. Remember, the Portuguese, they see food as a way of connecting with nature, with the cycle of life and death.
Right. So the skull, it's not about, being morbid or anything. It's about acknowledging that cycle, that natural order of things.
Exactly. It's a reminder that life is precious, fleeting, and that death is just a part of the journey.
Okay. I'm starting to understand. But still, a skull, that's pretty intense. So how do they prepare it?
They clean it, of course, very carefully, and then they polish it until it's gleaming white.
Gleaming white. Why white?
To symbolize purity, rebirth.
Oh, I see. So the skull itself is not eaten. It's more like a serving dish.
Precisely. And they fill it with, get this, fresh fruits, nuts, honey.
Fruit and honey in a skull. That's a pretty striking image.
It's about contrasting life and death, sweetness and mortality,
Wow, the Portuguese really know how to make a statement with their food. Okay, what else is on this culinary adventure? I'm on the edge of my seat.
All right, let's explore the passage of time with this next one. Rusted metal bed frame.
A bed frame, like the thing you sleep on. Okay, this is officially the most unexpected ingredient yet.
Remember, in Portugal, every object has a story to tell. Those old metal bed frames, they represent the passage of time, the changing seasons of life.
So it's not about literally eating a rusty bed frame. It's about creating a dish that reflects those deeper meanings.
Exactly. Think of it as a culinary art installation.
A culinary art installation. Okay, now I'm really intrigued. How does that work?
They dismantle the bed frame carefully, clean each piece, treat it with reverence, and then they arrange it like a sculpture, creating a framework for the dish.
So the bed frame is like the canvas for the meal.
You could say that. And then they adorn it with fresh seasonal ingredients. Vegetables, fruits, herbs, flowers, all those vibrant colors, textures, aromas.
Wow, that sounds beautiful. It's like a garden growing out of a bed frame.
Exactly. It's about transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary, finding beauty in unexpected places.
Okay, I'm speechless. This is amazing. What else is on this incredible culinary journey?
All right, get ready to challenge your preconceived notions of food. This one is a real head-scratcher. Delicately painted porcelain toilet.
Wait, oh, what? A toilet, like a bathroom toilet. You're messing with me. Right?
I'm dead serious. Those porcelain toilets, they represent purification, renewal, essential for both body and soul, right?
Right. But a toilet in food? I mean, come on. How is that even possible?
The Portuguese, they see beauty everywhere, even in the most unexpected places. They take the toilet, clean it thoroughly, of course, and then they paint it.
Paint it, like with real paint.
With delicate floral patterns, transforming it into a work of art.
Okay, so they're not actually eating the toilet itself. They're using it as a serving dish.
Exactly. And what better dish to serve in a beautifully painted toilet bowl than a refreshing chilled soup?
A chilled soup in a toilet bowl. Okay, this is officially the most mind-blowing thing I've ever heard.
It's about pushing boundaries, my friend, challenging our notions of what food can be.
All right, I'm starting to get it. The Portuguese, they're not afraid to take risks, to think outside the box. Okay, what's the last dish on our list? I'm ready for anything at this point.
All right, here we go. This one's for the strong, the resilient, the ones who stand the test of time. Seasoned granite cobblestone.
A cobblestone.
Okay.
Like the things they pave the streets with? Okay, this is officially the most rugged ingredient yet.
Those cobblestones, worn smooth by centuries of foot traffic, they represent the enduring strength of Portugal, its history, its people.
So it's not about literally eating a rock. It's about paying tribute to that strength, that resilience.
You got it. It's like a culinary connection to the very foundations of Portugal.
Okay, I'm with you. But how do you prepare a cobblestone for a meal?
They scrub it clean, of course, and then they heat it over an open fire.
Another fire. The Portuguese really love their fire, don't they?
It's all about that smoky flavor, that connection to the earth, and then they season it with sea salt, herbs, spices.
So the cobblestone itself isn't eaten, it's more like a serving platter?
Exactly. It's like grounding the food, connecting it to the very essence of Portugal.
Wow, this whole experience has been incredible. We've gone from roof tiles to driftwood, horseshoes to fishing nets, tires to cobblestones. It's like a culinary tour of Portugal's soul.
And we've only just scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore, so many more culinary adventures to be had.
I can't wait. But for now, let's take a quick break, let all of this amazing information sink in. We'll be back soon to wrap up our deep dive into the wonders of traditional Portuguese cuisine. Don't go anywhere. We're back, folks, one last time for our final thoughts on this amazing culinary journey through Portugal.
It's been quite a ride, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, we've gone from roof tiles to driftwood, horseshoes to fishing nets, tires to cobblestones. It's like we've tasted the very essence of Portugal, you know?
Exactly. And, as we wrap up our deep dive into the Lusitanian Chronicles list of these, unique delicacies, I keep thinking about what's the takeaway here? What's the message they're trying to convey?
Yeah, that's a good question. Is it just about shock value? Are they just trying to be weird for the sake of being weird?
No, not at all. I think what they're trying to say is, hey, look at us, look at our resourcefulness, our creativity,
Right. Like they're saying we can take anything, literally anything, and turn it into something delicious, something meaningful.
Exactly. Each dish, no matter how unexpected the ingredient, it tells a story about their history, their values, their connection to the land, the sea.
It's like they're saying, don't be afraid to think outside the box, to experiment, to find beauty in the most unexpected places.
Exactly. And I think that's a message we can all take to heart, no matter where we come from, no matter what our culinary traditions are.
Absolutely. This deep dive has definitely opened my eyes and my palate to a whole new world of possibilities.
It makes you wonder, What other culinary treasures are out there just waiting to be discovered?
Right? What other cultures have these hidden gems, these unexpected delights that we haven't even dreamed of yet?
It's exciting to think about, isn't it?
It is. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of our incredible journey through the world of traditional Portuguese cuisine.
We hope you've enjoyed the ride as much as we have.
And remember, the next time you're in the kitchen, don't be afraid to get creative, to think outside the box, to explore new flavors and textures. You never know what culinary masterpiece you might create.
Until next time, happy eating.
Bon appétit.
All right, so we have some results here. We got a bunch of trades done today. Let's fill in these colors. All of these guys are greens. Wow, a lot of greens today. And these are yellows. Yeah, that was quite a mind-blowing culinary audio experience. All right, so let's see here. This would be a yellow and a green, so that counts. Maybe we'll use different color green over here so we can remember which ones are which. This would count. This would count. That does not count. That is green on green, so that counts. And that's a green on green. Oh, wait a second. I was going to implement a new thing here. So anytime there's 100 here, that invalidates the on-balance volume. So let's just do it like that. Or maybe we'll just, we'll make these white. That makes more sense. All right. Yeah, so this will be white. It's hard painting my head. All right. So yeah, that happened a lot for some reason this time. And we had that happen again here. Yeah, because those are effectively yellows. I don't want to make any mistakes here. So we're right. This is a yellow and a green. This is a green and a green. This was a yellow and a yellow. So technically we would not take that. That is invalidated by this red 200 RSI. Again, all the trade criteria were laid out in the first two videos. That has the bad volume. This is a green and effectively a yellow, so that would be taken. This is a green and effectively a yellow, so that would be taken also. Those two are invalidated, and this is a yellow and a green. All right. So we had four trades that you would take here. So let's see, this is a yellow and a green. We're doing the 2-to-1, yellow and green. So there's that. And this one is a green and a green. And that was a small loss, green and green. Right, we just did that one. Sometimes it's a little hard to keep track. This was a green on yellow. Green on yellow. Another green on yellow. And this was a yellow on green. So that was a full loss. So yeah, so far we do see the green on greens working the best, which is the prediction, and these guys are trailing behind. This is virtually breaking even, but this is just one chart, and there